Okay.
Your opponents
Okay.
are a
Yeah, we're
step
going.
ahead, but
So,
only a step.
zombies lore is a little bit stupid. I mean, it's kind of Kingdom Hearts stupid, where some shit shouldn't happen, and some shit just is cool for being cool. You know?
Right.
One opponent left. They don't stand a chance.
Hold up. Got it. Alright. So it all starts off technically in the Aether. But that's convoluted. So I'll start with the human part. So the humans, you know, Richtofen, Dempsey, Takeo, and Nikolai. They're all in this. Well, they're kind of all separate at first. Richtofen is working for Dr. Maxis, and Dr. Maxis works for Group 935. 935 is just a science research facility. It's not anything inherently evil at first.
Right.
But then they start losing their funding, and in between that time, Richtofen develops a time machine. I mean, not a time machine, a teleporter, which ends up working like a time machine eventually, which kind of fucking stupid, but whatever.
Okay.
And in that time machine, or teleporter, he like starts experimenting with a lot of materials in order to actually make the teleporter work properly. One of those is a walnut. The walnut teleports, it disappears at first, and then comes back like 15 minutes later into the actual teleportation thing, perfectly fine, as far as anyone knows, right? But then they're like, cool, it finally works, so we can start moving on to human trials. And when they do that, the human trial ends up, you know, infusing that person with 115, which is the element that turns everybody into zombies and shit. So, I think that's where that happens. Oh, no, okay, so they don't test it on a random subject. Richtofen's like, fuck it. Oh yeah, Maxis is like, yeah, a walnut teleporting, 5 feet across the room after 15 minutes isn't something really quite important to me at the moment. While that's revolutionary tech, of course, I need you to focus on other things. And Richtofen takes that very poorly and decides, well, fuck it, if you're not going to support me, I'll support me. And he himself decides to teleport himself, which teleports him into a pyramid. On the moon.
Okay.
No, not on the moon. In, name a place that's like El Dorado, but isn't El Dorado.
I have no idea.
Okay, damn. I think it's an Aztec thing. I forgot what it was called, though. Shangri-La. No, it wasn't even fucking... He gets teleported to Shangri-La. That's what it was. And... he's in this pyramid in Shangri-La, and he finds 115 and brings it back to the place. And he starts soon after hearing voices. Because, of course,
Have to have voices.
Okay, yeah, well, pretty much, right? For the mad scientist archetype. But the reason for that is because 115 is actually from the place called the Aether. And I guess I could kind of start explaining the Aether now, because better time than not, I guess. The Aether is literally heaven and hell, to a degree. The dark Aether is the normal place, which is heaven, and dark Aether is hell, which is obviously hell. But all of these angels / demons are actually Cthulhu creatures.
Okay.
I mean full on.
Like elder gods?
Yeah, here, I'll take a picture of a... Oh, wait, Margwa would be the best example. Yeah. So, like this. I'm putting it in general. That. This is a Dark Aether creature. Technically, it could exist in the Aether because they're weird. The Aether and Dark Aether both rely off of each other to exist, but they're constantly at war with each other. And the main forces of this are Dr. Monty, and I'll grab his picture real quick, and the Shadow Man. Dr. Monty is the, air quotes, good guy. This is pretty much spot on for what he looks like. He's just missing his... Oh, there it is. That's a good picture. This is... Well, shit. I don't want to save the image. I just want to copy it. This is Dr. Monty. Right here. And the Shadow Man... I'll send you 2 pictures, hopefully. Because he transforms. COD. There. Oh yeah, actually that's a good image because this is him before and after. This is the Shadow Man, and his 2 forms. Obviously, one's Dark Aether, the other one's just a disguise. That ball gets important very later on, but to make it short, all the 115 element actually comes from here. Whether it arrived through meteor, or like just showed up randomly on Earth, doesn't matter. The Aether/Dark Aether sent it there for it to be used for humans so that they could aid in the war between the Dark Aether and Light Aether. Doesn't really matter who wins. All of it's kind of a cycle, and it sucks. It's supposed to kind of be poetic towards its gameplay because no matter what you do, kind of like. You don't really beat the game until you do the correct thing in the timeline, or in the Easter egg. That's how you know you've beaten that map, is you just do the Easter egg. Otherwise, it's cyclical and you keep dying and losing and starting over until you get it right. Which is the job of a book called the Chronorium, which also comes from the Aether, but all the Chronorium does is leads the user of it, whoever's reading it, to a timeline that is optimal for that person. And the first person to get a hold of this is Richtofen, but we'll get to that part later, because that's not the Richtofen we know. That's Richtofen from the past, air quotes. He is the best Richtofen, if you ask me.
Mm-hmm.
The current Richtofen we're working with is the insane, mad scientist one. Completely a dickhead. He's still lovable, but only because he's funny. That's it. So,
right.
Back to the current timeline, Richtofen brings 115 and information about the pyramids and starts making a group within 935 called... fuck. Their name's... It's good. It's like... fuck it. I forgot it. He just makes a group to go against Maxis, essentially. While this is happening, Maxis has recruited funds, finally, from... You guessed it! Because this is World War II when it started. Nazi Germany! Yay!
That's where the Nazis come in.
Yes. And they use a bunch of POWs for experiments, and the worst case, Jews, for experiments on, because they're Nazis still. Now, mind you, neither of them, Richtofen fucking hates the Nazis. So does Maxis, to a degree. The only reason they're doing it is purely because they need money in order to run their program, which the goal of 935 is to provide a better tomorrow for people. That's it. They're actually good guys to begin with, but because they get hired by Nazis, they have to do some shady shit. As a lot of people say, the pathway to good intentions leads to hell. Anyway, which sucks dick. but whatever. And after they get recruitment from or money from the Nazis, they shortly get invaded by a spy from Russia, which is Nikolai. One of the Emperor's servants, which is Takeo, comes over and is like, hey, we need help. We need those magical weapons ASAP. And then they're like, cool. We'll send your Emperor a message. In the meantime, you're coming with us. And they kind of kidnap him and torture him and turn him into the Takeo we know, which is mostly just a poetry reading or citing Japanese man who is super stereotypical and is 100% about honor. Not even kidding, half of his lines are either poetry or honor, and sometimes there's funny shit in there, like he pukes. No, I think it's Nikolai who pukes. No, it's definitely Takeo who pukes a shit ton when they get trapped in a shipment container unit on a boat. Anyway, that's for the future, kind of. Actually, no, it's only 100% for the future. There's a lot of time hopping eventually. And
Gotcha.
Then, let's see. Oh, Maxis has a daughter. Her name's Samantha. She has a dog named Fluffy. Eventually, once Maxis finds... Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot about Dempsey, because I kind of skipped a part. Dempsey is, the original one, I think, is or isn't simultaneously either actually a Puerto Rican man who is a POW. I don't remember how this one specifically goes. I'm pretty certain he's not the Puerto Rican man, but he got his name from the Puerto Rican man, maybe? I don't remember. Point is, the Puerto Rican man's kind of important. I think he becomes somebody later. Like, somebody himself. But he is... Anyway, Dempsey is a POW who... He's actually part of the first map in Call of Duty Zombies, because the first map is Nocturne and Toten, and all it is that one tiny building, and it's tower defense. That's all that building is. There is no secret ending to it. There's no Easter egg, because they didn't really have that technology at the time, or really didn't have the effort for programming that, whatever. What happens at the end of that one is that your entire team dies except for you. You are Dempsey, and Dempsey gets kidnapped by 935 and brought back and continually brainwashed and fucked up to the point of, like, he can't really express himself except for, hoorah, Americanism, freedom, guns and shooting things, hoorah, fucking maggot addicts, and making weird fucking comments about anything, really. That he's a spastic freak at that point, to a degree. So yeah, that sucks for Dempsey, but he's okay because at least he's not Nikolai, who also gets brainwashed a shit ton, and his only thing to bring him out of a catatonic state is vodka. Yeah. Fucking
That's funny.
Russian drunk angry man, haha, fucking vodka. Anyway, all of them are stereotypes at first. All four of them. There's the mad fucking Nazi scientist, the drunken Russian, who's stoic, kind of, has 13 wives. Fun fact. Almost all of them are dead. Fun fact. Takeo, the stupid fucking... Well, I really hate Takeo at first. For no real reason.
Okay.
Because the original incarnation of Takeo is just flat out kind of racist to a degree. But I get what they're going with it. I'm not mad about it. At all. I just kind of hate him. He's not funny like the other ones are. And then there's, America, USA, hoorah. That guy, Dempsey. And then we meet Samantha and Fluffy, the dog. And as as Maxis finds out he's being betrayed, Richtofen kidnaps both Fluffy and Samantha. Horrible thing to do. And he's like, oh, cool. You love your daughter, right? Beep, boop. Slams the fucking computer. Teleports them away. Samantha gets teleported to the moon. Inside of a pyramid. Literally, I'm not kidding, to the fucking moon. And is trapped inside of a dark aether pyramid. The same type of pyramid that Richtofen saw when he went to Shangri-La, which fucking weird. By the way, Shangri-La is on Mars. So there's that. Don't know why, but it's there. And a lot of... There's a weird issue with Shangri-La where it's a temporal anomaly where if you walk into Shangri-La, which is capable of doing on Earth, you could walk straight into Shangri-La. It will have random flashes in time, and at one moment you'll be on Earth in Shangri-La, and the next moment you'll be on Mars in Shangri-La, which is very fucking weird. It makes little to no goddamn sense if you don't, like, explicitly know 100% of the story, which even I don't really understand why Shangri-La is a temporal anomaly like that, which, whatever. But yeah, so Samantha's on the moon, and Fluffy fucking dies. This pisses off Samantha because not only is she separated from her dad, but Fluffy's fucking dead. Her pet dog, her puppy, literally not even maybe a year and a half old, but was a German Shepherd, which, you know, my favorite dog, so I sympathize a shit ton. Well, second favorite. Well, yeah, second favorite, or tied for second favorite, because German Shepherd Huskies are adorable, and I fucking love them. So, whatever.
Right.
And so, Samantha, inside this moon APD, which is, Aether Pyramid device, which is what we're gonna shorten it to for a bit, unless I just start saying pyramid device. Whatever. Is trapped on the moon, and she is now in control of 115 to a degree. So, she starts animating zombies to get revenge on Richtofen, but ends up killing way more people than she expected to with zombies, because she doesn't have full control of it, because she's, you know, a child inside an alien device doing all this shit. Also, because of this, they start spawning perks, which are the max ammo, nuke, double points, insta-kill, carpenter, zombie blood, blood money, and random perk bottles. Fun fact, the perk bottles, Juggernaut, Double Tap, Speed Cola. Why can't I remember the other one? Quick Revive. The original four are made by 935 to a degree, but are all influenced by Dr. Monty. Because they all have 115 in them for some reason. However, that doesn't allow Samantha to control the perk bottles for some reason. I don't really get that. So that sucks. And Richtofen does a bunch of other side shit, essentially. The main storyline for that Richtofen is eventually he gets to the moon, switches places with Samantha's spirit. So Richtofen, now in Samantha's body inside the APD, now can control the zombies. The zombies' eyes turn blue, and he has full control of missiles on the moon, which is called Griffin Station. By that, I skipped a part. Hold up. Eventually, Richtofen is able to teleport to the moon himself and makes a base station on the moon called Griffin Station. Griffin Station is the counterplan to Maxis, and stores a shit ton of missiles and a bunch of other shit on the moon and experiments so that he can eventually take over the world, kind of, in his own way. And those missiles on the moon get launched, and they're nuclear missiles, and there's like 80 of them to Earth. And this cracks the Earth, and of course, enough radiation actually runs for some reason to open up a rift to the Dark Aether, which they then shovel out as much 115 onto the planet as possible, turning everyone into zombies practically, except for those immune to it, who are either A, people who have eaten zombies, weird enough, or B, just flat out immune for no real reason, or C, people who haven't been bitten by zombies, who, are mostly the main characters of the group. Yeah, that's it. So most of the main characters are just immune for really no reason or protected by the light aether to make sure that they don't turn into zombies so that they could potentially help them, which both sides are asinine evil douchebags in actuality, but whatever. And this leads to our next group. Oh, yeah, actually, I could go back a little bit. Before they time travel to that moon point, because the moon point takes place in, 2025, kind of, weirdly enough. And they're from World War II, so that kind of sucks. But they get traveled to, 2010, where Buffy the Vampire Slayer, they're actors, mind you. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, George Romero, trying to remember his name, the dude who played Freddy Krueger, I don't remember his name, Danny Trejo, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the dude who played Daryl from The Walking Dead, all are filming a movie, and George Romero is filming it specifically on a plot of land that was known for Russian experience with 115, and he's like, I've had the script and all this shit in these weird Russian bunkers and whatnot. They're mad scientists, dude, and I'm designing this movie after that. George Romero gets turned into a zombie giant, but is still slightly control of himself. Turns out our crew, the main crew, Richtofen and whatnot, are locked inside a storage container because they got teleported there because of the Vril device that they have. I don't want to explain the Vril device. There's nothing really important to it at all. It's just a 115 teleporter that's hand-sized. It's dumb. They get teleported into a shipping container, and then they have the actors go around the shipping, the boat that they're on, opening up shit and getting them a way to teleport out of there. At the end of it, killing Daryl, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Danny Trejo, and Freddy Krueger at the end of it all, which kind of sucks, but it's a funny Easter egg nonetheless, because everyone's motion sick and sick inside of that shipping container. So Takeo's puking his guts out. Richtofen is the only one who's relatively sane. He's like, don't worry, you get used to the 115 teleportation and everything's a-okay again. Everyone starts puking, and then Takeo pukes on Richtofen's boot, and he's like, it's okay, Takeo, I still love you. And that's basically all there is to that point. But yeah, so after the point, nukes rain down from the heavens. Richtofen's body is possessed by Samantha. Okay. This is where shit gets kind of weird. And it all kind of happens at the same time because of that giant rift on Earth, essentially, that is caused by 115 and nuclear radiation. This creates a temporal anomaly that I can only explain as that because I doubt all the events of Black Ops 2 take place in one day because there's a day and night cycle in one of the cutscenes. So it's weird. But Richtofen, Dempsey, Takeo, and Nikolai all get teleported to a CIA, or not, the Pentagon. They get teleported to the Pentagon. And they're locked in a cell. And they have to. This leads into Black Ops 4. And we're only on Black Ops 2. So I'm just going to say they just get teleported to a cell in the Pentagon. That's it. For a moment. Just their bodies. Technically their souls, except for Richtofen's. Richtofen, inside the MPD, now leads the new group of people in Black Ops 2, which is the Marlton, Stewinger, Rustman, and Misty. Yes, Misty. to do his bidding, and you have two options. At this point, Maxis has also teleported himself and become part of the Aether to a degree, so where now he is just trying to also lead the main group of people, and you have options to either listen to Richtofen or listen to Maxis. In the end, I think no matter what path you actually choose, you listen strictly to Maxis, because that's the only timeline that makes sense. And all their actions really amount to nothing, because Maxis blows up the planet, and the ensuing explosion would allow Maxis to live with his daughter in the MPD again, but currently Richtofen is inside of her body, so he's like, yeah, no, don't like that, I'm switching your soul out for this zombie soul. And so he does that. And so... So so every few minutes, Richtofen will spawn in as a zombie, and you can tell this because he's the only blue-eyed zombie there. Every other zombie's red-eyed there, and you're just like, and if you keep him alive, he actually talks to the zombie, which is kind of fucking neat. Like, he gets like 15 different voice lines as a zombie. He's like, God, what is that smell? Oh, it's me. Because he's a rotted corpse.
That's pretty great.
Yeah.
Actually.
It's kind of one of my favorite maps. It's buried. It's only my favorite because the Easter egg sucks dick and it's hard to fucking do, but the map is riddled with glitches, so there's a lot of fun things you could do in there. Like, you can force yourself through a wall, become immortal to a degree, and you can throw a bomb, because they have time bombs for some fucking reason in that map. But you have a time bomb, and you can throw that time bomb, and once you do, the time bomb sets place for that round and will teleport you to where that bomb is during the round, but will return all the players where they were during that round. So what you could do is you could stock up on points in that barrier and then restart the round immediately. It sets you back to the points that you were. Just restart the round wherever you wanted to, essentially. You could technically put it like towards the end of the round if you wanted to. Whatever. And then you just, after being invincible for 50 minutes, just click the fucking time grenade, go back to that point where you put the time bomb down, which teleports you outside of the wall, and then you're freed. So now you have a shit ton of points to go buy whatever the fuck you want, and then you can go back into the wall, but really the map is so easy that you don't need to. Also, they have an infinite ammo gun called the gravity gun in that map, where you could jump, shoot the ground, and then float. And it's the best gun in all of zombies, if you ask me. It does like little to no damage, but if you pack a punch it, it does more damage, still infinite ammo, double the infinite ammo, just has cooldown times on it. And that's it. It's just a really fun gun. Top tier.
Is that the only map you can use it on?
Yeah, unfortunately. For the most part. There is a prototype of the gun called Jet Gun that you can use in town / transit, which is the world's most infamous map for being the shittiest map, but also looked upon with really high regard for some reason. Like, everyone knows...
Well, I've been on transit before.
Yeah, it's Black Ops 2 starting map, yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks it's the shittiest map, right? Everyone knows that, but they're like, but... with updated engine, updated graphics, they don't need the weird goblins that float around into the fucking mist, even though you should add them for fucking reasons. It's how the map works. It's supposed to be annoying. The fog doesn't have to be as super thick, so shit could work. And the reason why Transit was made the way it was, with all the hobgoblin shit floating around in the fog and the bus, is they wanted to make the biggest map in zombies. Which it still is today, but they also couldn't make it so big on the Xbox without the Xbox having the hardest time keeping it all generated at once. So the bus, and this is why multiplayer kind of sucked on it. Because you could have 4 players on 3 different maps, but you had to retain the same information to all the maps at once on the Xbox and on the servers. So the brain of the entire computers that were working on it, and they're like, we both have the 2 computers, one being the Xbox and 2 being the server, both had one brain cell between them in order to understand what was happening for everyone on the map at the same time, programming the zombies, programming the drops, the guns, the actual fucking map itself, and the bus constantly moving throughout the map at once. So they're like, yeah, shit, this fucking sucks. So every time you have 4 players on a different piece of the map in transit, the game goes haywire and lags to high fuck. If you're playing on Xbox 360. If you play on Xbox One, it's better, but the servers still have a hard time doing it, and I think the Xbox or Black Ops 2 servers are down now, so it doesn't really matter. But that's why Black Ops 3 exists, because Black Ops 3 has modded maps. And modded maps for Black Ops 3 are great because they are in the works of remaking all of Transit for Black Ops 3 with all the Black Ops 3 shit. So, that's cool. And it's supposed to be done sometime this year. Mind you, they started back last year and they've had 3 trailers since, which is really good. So the progress is really good so far, but that's besides the point. Then back to the main story, I guess. Yeah, so Maxis blows up the planet, switches bodies with Samantha and Richtofen. Richtofen teleports back to his old body in the Pentagon after the world explodes for some reason, because that creates another temporal rift where then you're also allowed to make the Richtofen choice. So after he blows up the planet, it becomes a Schrodinger's box of a world at that point. Did you blow it up and pick Max's timeline, or did you pick Richtofen's timeline and still screw everyone over, but at least the Earth still exists? And that's all for Black Ops 2, essentially. It's very short. Oh! No, I'm not. I'm wrong. Black Ops 2 has the best map in all of zombies, and the worst, turns out, which is Origins. Origins is the start of the other timeline I was telling you about earlier with younger Richtofen.
Okay.
So, younger Richtofen ends up eating some zombies for an experiment, and starts slightly going insane and having 115-induced delusions and hearing voices in his head from Dr. Monty and the Shadow Man. Kind of fucking sucks, but whatever. This part is where actually most of the story kicks in. Like, the more mainline story, for real story kicks in. And we're still in Black Ops 2. So after this point, it's Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4. And this is all basically them. So, good news, I guess. These are my favorite versions of the characters. And Maxis, in that timeline, straight up just gets murked by a zombie. And Richtofen's sad about it, so he shoots him a bunch. Which kills him for some reason, instead of the normal way if you kill them by shooting their brains out. But Richtofen then carves out Max's brain, puts it into a jar, and saves it for later. And as he is doing that, Richtofen is then ambushed, kind of, by Dempsey, Takeo, and Nikolai, who each have their own mission to go and attain the Doctor, which is Richtofen, because they are the only... And this is during World War I now. Because they are the only one... He's the only one who they think, in each intelligence operation, both American, U.S., and Japanese, who they think that Richtofen's the only one who could stop the zombie outbreak that's happening here. And as they arrive on Richtofen, a giant robot. Megasexual, twice the height of that bitch. giant robot stomps onto the building that they're looking at, and this starts the map. And that's the start of this map in general. They then have to listen to Richtofen, who is currently listening to Samantha in the APD again, trying to free herself from Agartha, which is the place she is currently stuck in. Which will stop the zombies, in air quotes. It doesn't, side note. But they have to go around getting the 4 key... well, let me get the steps.
The 4 keyblades.
Nope, just 4 keys. They're staves. They're elemental staves of
Key
ice.
stabs.
Stop that. They are keys. But
For the keyblade user who's tired of using a weapon.
Correct. They only shoot magic. They're ice, fire, lightning, and wind. Those are the 4 elements. And the steps to freedom. God. You've heard this meme a shit ton. But the entire list is secure the keys, which is just build the staves in general. Ascend from darkness, which is upgrade the staves? Yeah, it's upgrade the staves. Step 3, rain fire. You throw this airstrike grenade, which onto this pillar, onto this like pit thing, which opens up a well, which releases a shit ton of panzers, and panzers are zombies in mech suits. Scary as shit. Yeah, the only way to kill them, really, like, logically, is to shoot them in the face enough till they die.
Shoot him in the face!
In the face! Yeah. And then you shoot, and then you throw a drone. This drone, into that pit. This drone, by the way, is a Dragonfire drone for Black Ops 2's multiplayer, but the catch is... You remember when we saved that brain of Maxis in a jar?
Uh-huh.
Well, that brain's now attached to that drone. That drone is now Maxis. Maxis lives again, but is a drone. And he's very sad about that. So he just listens to
Is there, like, voice lines while you're playing of him kind of being depressed about being a drone?
Yes. There's one major voice line about that. Otherwise, he kind of just, like, says his subroutines. And that's basically it, because he kind of loses all will to live there. Fear not, he comes back later.
Alright.
So, secure the keys, ascend from darkness, rain fire, unleash the horde, 5 skewer... Okay, and unleash the horde is when you send Maxis into the pit to unleash the bunch of panzers. When that happens, Maxis gets stuck on a plane somehow in the sky, which is being piloted by a zombie. Don't understand it. I don't know how the fuck it happened, but it's happening. And step 5 is skewer the winged beast. You had to get zombie blood, which turns you invisible to zombies, in order to see that plane that I was just talking about and shoot down the plane. Which then, after you kill the zombie who is piloting the plane, which somehow he didn't die from the crash of the plane. But once you kill that zombie, Maxis drops back down. You get Maxis back. Step 6, wield a fist of iron. You literally get iron fists. Think literally the character Iron Fist. You literally get one-hit punches to kill anything. Step 7, raise hell. You go down to the crazy place, which after you get all your... which is weird. The crazy place you go to... by getting a gramophone, which is a record player, and playing certain music in front of these portals. The portals then lead to the crazy place, which give you the crystal, which then makes the staff for your elemental staff, which makes the keys. So that's back in step 1, but you go back to the crazy place a lot in that Easter egg, so that you can upgrade it, so your staves, so that you can actually do the rest of the Easter egg, which is raise hell. You put your keys back into the pedestals, and then kill a bunch of zombies, and hope not to die, mostly. Because, I mean, it's a lot of zombies, and the walls constantly move and cuck you from any chance of escape a lot. And after you do that, you throw Maxis into the weird pillar of light that comes into the crazy place, and that mostly ends the Easter egg, which then hits step 8, freedom. Everyone looks down at this blue circle in the center of the crazy place, presses X, a white flash happens, and then you pan to Samantha, who's out of the APD for some reason, saved by Dr. Monty, and it's weird as shit, because they all get teleported to different places. Samantha is now playing with action figures of Richtofen and Dempsey and Nikolai and whatnot. Marlton and the rest of the Black Ops 2 crew are under the bed face down for some reason. Most people didn't like them. It's sad. And then the original crew of Richtofen and who not are off doing their own thing. And what looks to be they're in a prison cell, actually, which makes sense, because turns out they still are in a prison cell. Anyway. And keep in mind, this all technically happens at one point in time, technically, because they'll have to free them eventually in Black Ops 4, but who cares? Give me a minute, I'll get there.
Okay.
It's very... My brain's trying to work through the mental math on that. And then a young version of Eddie is there. And Eddie is Edward Richtofen.
Okay.
So, a young version of Richtofen's there, and Samantha is in that room, and she's just playing with her toys and whatnot. Then, the gang gets teleported to Derice, which is just a facility for making the giant robots. Who, actually, fun fact, I probably should have mentioned this to you because you actually like that, are each named after Thor, Odin, and Freya. Yeah. So, that's kind of cool.
Neat.
And Freya goes to the church. Odin is down in the spawn area, and Thor is in the middle of the map, weirdly enough. But, and they constantly roam across Origins, the map itself, like, as a hazard. You can also get inside of them by shooting their glowing foot specifically, so that you can get inside the robot's brain, or the control access area, which is full of nothing but corpses. So they're just running on autopilot at the moment, which is them walking across fucking Origins time after time, which you can get killed by these robots if you get stepped on by them, which is fucking hilarious. It happens way too fucking often. What else? I'm trying to remember the other thing. Oh, yeah. They get transported to Derice, where they kind of intercept Maxis, or Richtofen talking to Maxis after teleporting Samantha to the APD, which is weird. But Maxis isn't there for some reason. I think he got teleported too, to a different APD thing. It's very confusing. Oh yeah, actually no, all three of them get teleported, and that's why Maxis is actually part of the Aether. Samantha's in the APD, and Fluffy is now a Hellhound, so that's cool. Yeah. I don't know if I mentioned that, but yeah, Fluffy turns into the Hellhounds that you fight on every map, practically. Pretty good fucking thing. Good little tiny Easter egg. So Fluffy's dead, but is a Hellhound now, so that's kind of an upgrade. Whatever. Yeah. So Richtofen gets intercepted right after teleporting them by Takeo, Dempsey, and Nikolai. And they're like, don't press the button! For the love of God, don't press the button! You're not gonna like what happens once you press that button. And, just before he presses that button, I'll cut back to him in a minute, the events of Shadows of Evil takes place, which is where we get introduced to the fucking Cthulhu beasts The Margwa, the meatball, which is called an avatar, the mosquitoes, which I forgot what their real name was, and the Shadow Man, and the fucking worms of fucking doom, which takes place in, like, Prohibition era America, Chicago kind of thing. It looks like fucking Gotham constantly. But yeah, that's the best way to explain it. It's Gotham but zombies. So, kind of neat flair there, I guess. And after you do that Easter egg, which is you trying to stop the invasion of the Dark Aether, which you mostly succeed, Richtofen, okay, let me rewind a little bit. During this whole Easter egg for Shadows of Evil, you got this summoning key, which is the orb that the Shadow Man is holding in that image that I sent. That's the summoning key. Keep very important detail and memory of that, because it's kind of a mindfuck in and of itself. This summoning key, if you know how to use it, A, can teleport you, B, can trap souls in it, and C, can teleport souls to certain places sometimes. Which is nice.
Neat.
Yeah. To a degree. Until it gets mindfucky. But since most of the main people who play on it, on this map, don't know how to fucking use it, none of them know how to use it, so they don't teleport, really. They only use it for sacrifices, and to eventually lock the Shadow Man inside the summoning key, which they get helped from the Light Aether to be able to shut the Shadow Man into the summoning key itself. And promptly after that, you're about to hand over the summoning key to the Light Aether friends, and then Richtofen hops through a portal and is like, hey guys, yoink, that's my key, peace out, fucking losers, and then the button gets hit, and while Richtofen hops through that portal, he has this book called, I already told you about it, the Chronorium, and he's listening to the book at this point. And when he hops through the portal, Richtofen slaps the button, which teleports Richtofen where he wasn't planning on going, which was to them at that given point in time. And Richtofen's like, oh, shit, this is kind of where I needed to go. Hey, me. And Richtofen, Prime Richtofen takes off, the secondary Prime Richtofen takes off his hat and smiles. He's like, oh, shit, another me. Wonderful. And then our Richtofen, who just got done taking the summoning key from those nerds in fucking Sin City, just kind of looks at his hand, looks at Richtofen, pulls out a gun, shoots Prime Richtofen in the face, and he's like, cool, yoink, soul.
I think I've seen that scene.
Yeah, you probably did. It got sent a lot of places when that first came out, because everyone was fucking confused as to why Richtofen literally just killed himself without dying. So, Richtofen kills himself, takes some of his blood, puts it into a vial, saves that for later, and puts his soul into the summoning key. Then Nikolai Dempsey and Takeo then freak the fuck out. They're like, I thought we were done killing ourselves. What the fuck? Come on! Turns out they killed like 80 different versions of them. Yeah, for listening to Richtofen. And then you do this Easter egg, which unlocks Maxis, who is currently in the Aether, to be able to teleport them wherever they need to go. And the next place they need to go is Griffin Station Earth, which is in London or some shit. I think it might be in Germany. But it's a castle. And on this castle, you have to feed the statues of dragons.
We were there.
Der Eisendrache. Yeah, that's this map. Yeah. I forgot we played this. Anyway, and on Der Eisendrache, you have to feed these zombies feed zombies to those dragons, and eventually it unlocks you this OP bow, which is mostly just explosive damage, but you can upgrade those bows again, and to like the similarities between Origins into upgraded forms of those, which are the Void, the Lava, the Wolf Bow, and the Storm Bow. My favorites are the wolf bow and storm bow. They're just really fucking cool. My god. My least favorite is definitely the lava bow. And I never used the void bow, but I would like to eventually. It's really cool. They even have the same kind of summoning room for the bows for it, like they did with the staves, which is kind of nice. But that's not really necessary to remember. So, moving on. After that point, they do a Uno reverse card on the timeline, kind of, by having Griffin Station send Dempsey's experimented body on back to Earth, which he then crashes inside the, like, castle grounds. He just kind of crashes in front of the front door and is like, cool, while he's here. And then Richtofen pulls a Uno reverse card and is like, sayonara, douchebags, presses the button, sends a shit ton of missiles to the moon, and then blows up the moon. Yeah, so you get Uno reverse card, because this is before Griffin Station is able to send missiles to the Earth in 2025, which we have 4 years left until either our planet blows up or the moon blows up. So we'll find out, right? Anyway. It's pretty fucking cool. If we follow the zombies timeline. And I kind of hope the Earth kind of does blow up a little bit. Not gonna lie. Not to be edgy, I'm just kind of sick of this fucking place, but whatever. And then after blowing up the moon, the zombies kind of stopped working for a minute, and Richtofen goes down to his body, to Dempsey's body, and is about to shoot it. And then Dempsey's like, no, bro, hold up. Let me kill me. It's only right. You killed you, I'll kill me. That's all we have to do. And Richtofen's like, all right, if you want to. And then Dempsey pulls the literal life support plug on himself instead of shooting him, which is a much more painful way to die because you're trapped in this stone fucking or metal case. This metal ice case is a literal cryo chamber. So you pull the life support, and one of two things either happen. A, he suffocates to death. Great, cool. At least he's sedated. He suffocated to death, though I would not want to do that. Or B, he freezes to death, which turns out, gets really hot to your brain. So you kind of feel like you're burning to death as you're freezing to death, and that kind of sucks even worse. Which, again, he could be under anesthesia or whatnot. I doubt it, because they're Nazis, but, you know, great. The fact that he survived the fall alone was fucking miraculous. From moon to Earth. But, you know, fuck it. Let's push our luck a little bit, pull the fucking plug, whatever. And then Richtofen harvests some of Dempsey's blood, and then puts his soul into the ball. Then they go off to Shinonuma. That's not right. It's not Shinonuma. It's, fucking spider DLC COD zombies. Zetsubo no Shima. There we go. That makes more sense. Alright. Yeah, you get teleported. They get teleported to this boat, actually. The boat is surrounded by Japanese Imperials, or filled with. They're just filled with Japanese Imperials who start questioning them about what they're doing here. You know, Takeo, being the only one who can speak Japanese, decides not to speak Japanese for some fucking reason. They all speak English, and they're like, hold up, we're friends. Don't touch that orb. It only has bad things for you. Please don't do this. Just let us go, and everyone will be a-okay. Side note, they don't. They fight their way off the boat onto the island. The boat explodes, and we're welcome to Zetsubo no Shima. Zetsubo no Shima is it's another 935, air quotes, facility, but this 935 facility is actually specifically the ones under the Japan jurisdiction because, you know, Nazis, they have the axis of power. So they kind of had to split the divisions amongst the axis of power. So this is one of the Japanese ones. So that's what this is. And on Shinonuma, or no, god damn it, I keep calling it Shino. Zetsubo. I could just call it Shima. Zetsubo no Shima. Yeah, I could just call it Shima. Whatever. On Shima, they have experimented on spiders. Very bad news. Very, very bad news.
Spider.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not funny.
No.
Yeah. Hold up. You're gonna see it.
No.
Yeah, you're gonna see it.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, it's this. Yeah. Yeah.
No.
This is that boss.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Bright side, if you kill this spider,
Mm-hmm.
mind you, on that back of that spider is a bunch of baby spiders. I mean, a shit ton of baby spiders. Anyway, after you kill this spider boss, you can visit its boss room repeatedly, and it doesn't spawn it after beating it. But you need to kill this boss in order to do the Easter egg, which is upgrade the KT-5. Stupid fucking gun. It's essentially just this fucking gun that shoots a puddle on the ground, and it turns the zombies into plants, and then they explode. Really dumb. But the spider, after killing it, gives you the piece to upgrade the KT-5, which is the wonder weapon of this map, and the ability just to pick up Widow's Wine for free, which is one of the most OP perks. And this isn't really even the boss. The boss is technically Takeo, weirdly enough. Takeo Prime, kind of. One of them.
Does he have the olive spike?
No. You know I'm calling it Prime because of literally, it's just like kind of the main timeline one to a degree.
Yeah.
It simultaneously is and isn't the main timeline one. The main timeline one still is in that prison cell in Pentagon. But this is also the closest thing to that one, which they kill so that they could do this thing, which is to secure a better tomorrow for the children. Which I'll get back to in a minute, because after we kill Nikolai, we then figure out what the children are. Anyway, so then after Jesus fuck, I gotta fix this in a minute. After you finish the real boss fight, it's actually Takeo. Takeo tells our Takeo that we're actually dealing with most of the time. Yeah, the Emperor kind of betrayed us and told us to go sent there to send this message, and then literally sold us as a test tube baby. Like, just an experiment. We were just an experiment for them. That's all there was to it. Kind of fucking blows, I know. But this is how reality is. And Takeo's like, shit, that's not my reality, but this is heavy, Doc. Holy fuck. Anyway, and then Takeo Prime is like, hey, I don't want to live here anymore. Can you kill me? And Takeo's like, actually, that's kind of what we came here to do. So, yes. And so they commit seppuku, the literal one, where you stab yourself in your stomach, cut open your stomach, and then have somebody behead you. Seppuku. That's the real one. Kind of sad, because you're like, well, shit. All fucking Takeo's real work and the life before zombies was all leading to this point where he was going to get betrayed by the Emperor. Anyway, that fucking blows. Because after like the points from this point of the DLC, or to Black Ops 3 to this point of the DLC, Takeo's actually redeemed. In my eye, he's actually a good character, not just a fucking Asian stereotype. But whatever. Which, you know, it's fine that they're all stereotypes in the first place. I'm not mad about it. It's just Takeo's was the most irking to me. But, hoorah. Anyway.
Hoorah.
So, after they do that, then Richtofen repeats the steps, harvests some of Takeo's blood, puts a soul into the ball. Then they travel to the Bloody Square in Russia, which is... Fuck, why don't I remember these names? How do I not remember these names is a better question. Gorod Kravi. Okay. Gorod Kravi, GK, this map is the next best map in all of Zombies after probably Origins, to a degree. And also Tear Eyes and Jaha. It brings back the PPSH. You get a cool ray gun Mark III. It's a dual-wield ray gun. It makes black holes. It's pretty fucking dope. And there's actual dragons. I mean, literal dragons. Some of them are under control collars, and the rest of them are under... not under control collars. They're just kind of fighting amongst the city. Which is really just this one douchebag dragon. You have to kill that dragon eventually. You slay the dragon. You also get a dragon buddy. Like, you get to wear a baby dragon as a weapon. It's fucking
baby
dope.
dragon.
Yeah. It's like kind of one of the dopest weapons. Although the issue with it is that it also led to the most bugs in the video game ever. So that's the good with the bad, you know. The coolest weapon for the most glitches possible. I will send you a picture of the Actually, this is just a good enough picture in general. Because, turns out the Russians were also working on their own robots. These ones had laser beams. Yeah, that's the main map image. I'd like to show you what the map is going to look like. And it is pretty fucking dope. And this is where you meet Peter McCain. Peter McCain is important to the story, kind of, but not really. I mean, like, he's important only in the aspects that he does one thing in the future and then dies. Yeah, which is kind of sad, I think. Which, by the way, we're almost done with Black Ops 3. Yay! And guess who's on this map?
Richtofen.
And we already killed Richtofen. Remember?
I know, but I thought maybe some time-wimey bullshit.
No, it's Nikolai. Nikolai is piloting one of those giant robots. He's piloting a mech suit, and you have to help him power up his mech suit so you can help kill that dragon. After killing that dragon, Nikolai, the one that we're working with right now, and Nikolai Prime get into an argument, and they're like, "Come down, we need to talk." And he's like, "Nah, I like my mech suit." And he's like, "Get out of there, you big baby!" And he's like, "No, his mech suit, Russian, fuck you!" And then they fight. We break the mech suit down, destroy the mech suit in a matter of seconds, really. The boss fight takes, like, no time. The dragon takes way longer to kill than the fucking actual mech suit does. It's fucking bad. So, you kill the mech suit, Nikolai pops out of the shell, is still drinking, and then Nikolai, the one we're working with, confronts Prime Nikolai about what the fuck he's doing wrong. And he's like, "Look at you, you fucking mess. You're a fucking drunk, inexcusable, fucking sorrowful man. The fuck is wrong with you? Get off your ass. Fucking, it's not even fucking 3 p.m. and you're drinking, alright? Come on, dude. I know our wife died in the war, but come on." And this is where it reveals that Nikolai didn't have 13 wives. He only had the one. Went insane, kind of. Not only after 935 experimenting on him, but after the fact that he lost his wife, too. Very sad. Nikolai is now an even more traumatic character than he already was. Very, very sad.
Oh.
Yeah. And then, Nikolai... Oh, yeah. Then drunk Nikolai gets angry about having to face reality, shoots our Prime Nikolai, who's wearing a bulletproof vest. Mind you, he's using a shotgun, but bulletproof vest. And, Prime Nikolai's not wearing a bulletproof vest. He was wearing a mech suit, though. So Nikolai, R1, shoots Prime Nikolai, kills him, And Richtofen does his thing, gets some blood, puts his soul into the thing, and then is like, okay, Dr. Monty, we're ready. We're coming home. And, shoot.
And then betrayal.
No. Not yet. Almost. We're almost there. We're like, we're coming home. And Richtofen uses the summoning key to teleport them back to the house, which upon arrival, well, not actually upon arrival, once they put Dempsey's soul into it, not Dempsey, Nikolai's soul into the box, they kind of send all 4 souls to the house. Once they get back to the house, give me a second, I'm getting there. Brain's kind of fucking loading. Okay, they teleport to the house. Once they get to the house, they put the summoning key down. Maxa sees it and is like, whoa, that's cool. That thing has souls in it. Maybe it has my soul in it. It doesn't. By the way, Maxis is currently an empty husk. He doesn't really have a soul, just a body and the brain. So he has the memories of caring about Samantha and everybody, but doesn't actually have his full heart. It's like the hearts in Kingdom Hearts, actually, for that part. Just 100%. Except for, I guess this would make him, this version of Maxis, a nobody. So that's cool. Anyway. And then thing happens. The thing being that... Holy fucking shit. My brain's not working on it. Oh yeah. And then they go upstairs, and how they sent the souls to the house, turns out all of them are now in their kid forms. So how after Origins we saw Samantha and Eddie playing with toys, turns out they were also... that Eddie was the one that they killed back in Doris. So that Eddie is now a kid and is pure of evil, pure of 115, pure of everything that could be bad. He's just pure Eddie. And so is Nikolai, Dempsey, and Takeo. So all 4 kids are there with Samantha, just kind of playing with their toys. That's it. They're cool kids. And then Maxis does the stupidest thing he could possibly ever do. Opens the summoning key. What's in the summoning key from earlier, might you ask? Joey, the Shadow Man. The Shadow Man's back. Yeah, so the Shadow Man gets into the Aether, which is where they're currently at, and is like, well, ain't this a bag of dicks? Kind of blows up an interdimensional portal inside the house. Well, outside of the house, just outside of it. And then creates this map, the final map of Black Ops 3, which... is a mind fucking half. I think we played this map, actually. Which was... the giant of the lost... I'm trying to remember what it was. I have it. Oh, it was Revelations, where a bunch of maps intersect with each other. So there's parts of Origins, parts of Mob of the Dead, parts of Shinonuma, literally Shinonuma this time, parts of Verrückt, parts of Shangri-La, all mashed into one map. And it's chaos as fuck, but it's really fucking nice overall. Also, the entirety of Nocturne and Toten, just in the middle of the map. Just there. It's there. Pretty cool. Moving on. And then... Oh, yeah. And then they have to go fight the Shadow Man, which is inside this giant motherfucker called... After takes place within Agartha. Yes, I knew that part. Revelations and Distinct, Ragnarok, DG Forest, Guard of Fafnir, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, by the way, is there a dragon called Fafnir?
Yes.
Yeah. So
It's north.
Yeah.
It's a dwarf who was overcome with greed who became a dragon.
Ah, well, he gets a shield. Let me make a new one. Let me move this over. Because this is that shield. And it shoots fire! And it's made out of dragon bones. Pretty fucking cool.
Really?
Yeah! It also makes you immune to fire damage.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking cool. So, I'm trying to figure out what the... I think they were called... Fury? No, the Furies are these weird black pustules monsters. Okay, well, point is, this giant thing right here, that Cthulhu beast, eats the Pack-a-Punch machine. You go into it later to free the Pack-a-Punch machine, and be able to use it.
Okay.
And you see your own tombstones for some reason. Very sad. But after you defeat the Shadow Man, which actually is apparently a really easy boss fight, like, in general, the Easter egg's hard. The actual boss fight, however, is kind of fucking really easy. Doesn't make any fucking sense whatsoever. But after you kill the Shadow Man, then the real betrayal happens. Dr. Monty's like, great, good job, guys. You served a purpose. Now it's time for you guys to die. You can't exist anymore. You're a paradox. And then he's like, why aren't y'all fading out of existence? This doesn't make any fucking sense. This makes no fucking sense at all. And then you look at them after they drank all those blood vials, each respecting to their own person. They're all, and Dr. Monty's like, okay, cool. You drank paradox blood to make yourselves into a paradox so that you couldn't die. Awesome. Now what do I do with you guys? God fucking damn it. Why did y'all have to fucking ruin this plan? We are almost there. Almost there. You fucking sons of bitches. And so he's like, you know what? I know what I can do with you. And then he snaps him out of reality, back to Origins, and that's where the whole story repeats over again. Infinitely. Until Black Ops 4. Which is great. And on Black Ops 4, because it's already done and over with, Black Ops 4 is a fucking mess. Okay. So this is what happens in Black Ops 4. Black Ops 4, which is the final game, technically. I'll get to whatever happens in Cold War in a second after this, because this is going to be like maybe 20 minutes. So Cold War, Black Ops 4, all it does is you start off in Mob of the Dead, which is Alcatraz, which, neato. In Alcatraz, you find 4 people's fucking frozen bodies. Guess who those frozen people are? I'll just tell you. It's not really worth guessing, because I didn't think they would be there. Stuhlinger, Marlton, Rustman, and Misty, the protagonists of Black Ops 2, are inside these frozen test tube chambers. Kind of the same one that Dempsey was back in Der Eisendrache, kind of, to a degree.
Okay.
But they're there in Alcatraz. Turns out Alcatraz doesn't make any fucking sense. It's purgatory. Why the fuck are they locked in purgatory? Nobody knows. Kind of. I know why actually in the future, but that's not really to be debated on, but who cares? Anyway, in this Alcatraz Easter egg, you have to go and free the lost dead souls. You get followed around by a pigeon. A ghost pigeon. Literally a ghost pigeon. Anyway, ghost pigeon's kind of cool. He has a real name. He has a hat. His name is Weasel. That's what it was. Weasel's pretty chill. He's the only person in the original Easter egg for Mob of the Dead who was actually kind of a good guy. Everyone else was a real mobster. Sure, Weasel kills this one guard to try and get free, but he was just trying to not be in jail anymore. I'd understand that. Alcatraz is infamously haunted and possessed, demon-wise. Pretty fucking lit. Anyway. Weasel helps you do the rest of the Easter egg as a floating ghost pigeon. Pretty nice. And you fight the warden of the prison, who is named Brutus, kind of.
and Brutus tries to stop you at any given point to stop you from breaking down this reality, which is beating this Easter egg. Which sucks, because this Easter egg is already hard enough as is. I literally could never beat it. I fucking hate it. With every fiber of my being. It really fucking sucks. I mean, this is literally the worst Easter egg, period. The map is phenomenal. I love Mom of the Dead. Don't get me wrong. This Easter egg, however, made me want to fucking neuter myself. Jesus Christ. And with that came something. Oh, right. So our Richtofen, who was the Richtofen we were originally following, because Black Ops 4 exists in a separate timeline from the main branch. And what happens...
It's not the prime timeline.
It is and isn't. This is where Schrodinger's box kind of gets a little bit stupider. So, technically, the plot of Black Ops 4 is just breaking out of the cycle, destroying the cycle which they were stuck in, which was all of Black Ops 3, and the rest of zombies before that point. But, in between Zetsubo no Shima and Garad Krovi, they teleport to a place that we didn't get to hear about at all, which in the original timeline was just to go meet Dempsey, or another version of future Richtofen, to give him the Chronorium so that he could complete the timeline, which would be completing the cycle. In this time, they make it just too late, and that Richtofen has to dip. He leaves the book for them. For some reason, though, he's like, cool, you did the thing. I'm out of here. Peace out. Fuck you guys. And they try and open up a portal, but nothing happens because they're now trapped in this cycle, which is weird. And then they have to break through Alcatraz, finish this Easter egg. At the end of the Easter egg, the Richtofen we're following, the map demands one of the Paradox's blood in order to stop the cycle that is Alcatraz. So Richtofen's like, fine, you want my blood? You can have it. Hops into the machine, sacrifices himself to a degree, where he thought he was going to just be freed by his friends, and then they would just replace him with another Richtofen to fill up the rest of the blood. Which doesn't happen. Turns out, funny enough, another Richtofen was hidden inside that lab where the rest of the Black Ops 2 crew is. So, another Richtofen pops out of a fucking ice chamber with the Firestone staff, or the Fire Staff specifically stone, and walks out and is like, oh cool, shit, I'm a little bit running late. Fire time, burns the rest of the fucking zombies away, and is like, cool, now it's time for us to skedaddle. This is pretty bad. The reality's falling apart as we're speaking, and we need to get the fuck out of here. And Richtofen, who just sacrificed himself, is like, hey, wait, aren't you gonna let me out of here? And other Richtofen was like, fuck no. I don't want to be, I'm trying to prevent this shit. You're following the bad timeline. I'm not. Fuck you. You suck. I'm out of here. And gives Nikolai the book, the Chronorium, which is funny because before, Richtofen was the guy in control of the Chronorium. This Richtofen, the one that we're now following, is the Richtofen that already went through the whole cycle and was like, no, I'm going to stay frozen here so that when I come back, I can stop the timeline from the old timeline existing and the cycle to stop. So, I'm going to intersect here, stop the timeline, and make Nikolai lead because he's the only one who knows how to end the cycle. So Nikolai now becomes our main leader of the group, which is pretty great. Actually, only good things happen from here on out. Which, fun fact, there's only three more maps left. So, we're basically almost done. And leaves the past Richtofen to die, and his last words were, "But I was a good one." And then he gets all of his blood drained, and all of Alcatraz starts to fall apart and disappear. However, before this can happen, the timer on the freeze chambers for Black Ops 2 game gets out. I think their name was actually Premise Crew is something different. Premise Crew is the crew that went back in time and kept doing the cycle. Victus, they're the Victus crew. That's what their actual name was. But who gives a shit? Because they go off and die, so fuck them. Anyway, the Black Ops 2 transit crew pops out of their timers, out of their cryogenic chambers, and are like, "Oh, cool, portal's open for us," which was opened by Richtofen so that they could go to their next map. Then they do. That's not important yet, but hey, this is how you know they don't die. Fun fact, this was hidden behind a comic book, so if you didn't buy the comic book, you didn't know what the fuck happened in Black Ops 4, unless you were me who pirated the comics. Woo! Moving on. And so, in the next map, they go to the Pentagon. Finally, we're coming back to the Pentagon. The only Easter egg here is live 100 rounds. That's it. And then it plays a cutscene for you. This cutscene is then you unlock your buddies out of jail. The prime versions of you. The real ones this time. Not the ones we killed before, but the real ones. You free your prime versions, and you're off to the next map. The next map is Nuketown.
Yay!
It's actually kind of one of my favorite maps, believe it or not. Do you remember the lightning man in Transit?
Maybe.
I'll look it up for you. Ah, here it is. Looks like this.
That's loading. No.
Oh, okay. Well, once you turn on the power in Transit, this guy pops out and haunts you for the rest of the map until you finish the Easter egg. Or don't. You die. One or the other. Once you finish the Easter egg, I think he still haunts you. But he just shoots lightning. He's kind of a dickhead. Slows you down to shit ton. It's kind of like getting thrown a concussion grenade at all the time. But not that big of a deal. Anyway, he turns out was a scientist at one point. And his name was Cornelius Purnell. He is the main leader of the American 935 group. Turns out. That's the equivalent of what they are. It's just 935, but America. And once you get to Nuketown, the goal is to talk to Rushmore, who is an AI who helps free the Avogadro, who has this crystal, which is a focusing key, I think, specifically. Which, that's basically all you're there for, is just to steal the focusing key from the Avogadro. That's basically it.
Okay.
But you kill the Avogadro, which is Cornelius Purnell, which, after killing him, sends him into the actual APD, which is the American pyramid device, and ships him back in time to Transit so that he can actually appear there. Then, after that, you go to this place called the Frozen Forest. Well, the group does. And this leads into the final map, which is called... I don't remember. Tag Durantoten, which is Day of the Dead. Day of the Dead is a very sad map, actually. And is basically the end of our story. This takes place with the Black Ops 2 crew. And they do a bunch of minute Easter egg stuff so they could send another piece, I think, which is the Vril device again, back to the Aether crew, or our main crew. Sends this piece back to them, and this piece helps them destroy the summoning key. Which helps keep the Aether intact. So after killing the Aether, you kill basically the rest of reality. But there can't be any paradoxes. So what happens is Nikolai poisons and kills everyone else.
Oh.
Yeah. So he has to kill all the paradoxes in order to, end reality. Because this is what the Chronorium is telling him is the only way to have the best reality outcome for him without ending up back in the loop. So he kills everyone else. Himself, the other versions of each other, and the only two who aren't killed are young Eddie and young Samantha. And since he killed everyone else, he makes Samantha kill him. And after the Aether and Dark Aether are both killed, this kind of wipes everyone from existence and everything. So the map goes black, you see Stuhlinger disappear, you see Marlton disappear, Misty and Rustman, they all just out of existence. They get Thanos, essentially. Just big ol' snapped. Which really fucking sucks. And at the end of it, they have this song. Well, there's an Easter egg song that plays where you get to hear all the characters, all versions of Maxis. I mean, not all versions of Maxis. All versions of Nikolai, Richtofen, Dempsey, and Takeo. Just sing a song saying goodbye, essentially. And it's really nice. In a way that, like, somebody who played the games for eons, well, not eons, but for the entirety of this franchise existing, would get. And it's really fucked up because you get to hear them all cheery and happy as Nikolai knows that he's going to kill every single one of them, including himself, to set reality back on path. Which really sucks because now this is where shit kind of gets really stupid. After killing them and after all of reality fucking fades away, Samantha is the only one left with real power to do anything there. So her and Eddie both walk off into this white light, and that's where the story ends for Black Ops 4 and zombies in general, technically. And then Black Ops Cold War shows up. So, Cold War picks up in the main timeline for the actual story of Call of Duty Black Ops. Which makes little to fucking no sense. Because Black Ops is supposed to be just like, yeah, this is what happened during the Cold War, the CIA and FBI kind of working together to do some covert operations shit. Well,
Okay.
Neato, zombies now exist in that reality too. Because the Dark Aether just had to cling on to some sort of existence after all. Fucking pisses me off, but whatever. Samantha, I think, is really just trying to bring back Richtofen, Dempsey, Nikolai, and Takeo. I think that's all she's really trying to do. Also, maybe her dad, which is Maxis.
The drone.
Yeah, well, he wasn't a drone in the end of it, but yeah, the drone. So, oh, God. So they try and I think she's just really just trying to get them back by using the Dark Aether, which sucks because that's technically where they are. I think their dead bodies are, at least. So they are just really. The first map is literally just trying to get information of where Samantha is, and the second map is just freeing Samantha. There is no third map, as far as I'm aware, and that's basically where we're left off for Black Ops Zombies. Is Samantha's just, as far as I'm thinking and predicting, is just trying to resurrect the original crew.
Right.
But all of that reality is dead, except for the Dark Aether, for some reason. And the gameplay for Black Ops 4 is pretty good. Black Ops Cold War Zombies is pretty good, actually, kind of. It's weird, but it's good. And that's it. That's basically all there is for zombies.
Let's see.
Which, Jesus fuck. It's
How long is this video now?
1 hour and 30 minutes.
So as long as you expected mine to be.
Yeah. Yeah. Which, oh, yeah. By the way, the Cthulhu creatures still exist because they are Dark Aether. So I don't know what they're gonna do with that.
Huh.
But yeah, and that's literally all of it. That's all the Black Ops characters and everything. I did skip over like a bit of detail, like half of Black Ops 1. But they weren't like necessary to the story. The main parts that were necessary were, oh yeah, let's set up what Maxis and Samantha do. They do a bunch of adventures. They blow up the planet. That's it. That's all Black Ops 1. Black Ops 2 is they blow up reality. Black Ops 3 is they reset reality. Black Ops 4 is they break reality. So, yeah. It was pretty nice. And
Let's
that's...
see.
You got any questions?
No, it makes perfect sense to me.
Okay. It's not as convoluted as Kingdom Hearts is?
No.
Okay, cool. If you only knew part of what I knew for the rest of the parts, like, I left out the fact that Atlantis exists intentionally because it doesn't fit in it doesn't fit in with the rest of the story at all, but it exists. But that's part of the Cthulhu lore part. So, but
Right.
yeah. So that's all Black Ops or Zombies at least, which is my second favorite video game. Specifically the Zombies part, not Call of Duty. And I don't really like Call of Duty.
I'm not really a Call of Duty fan either.
Yeah.
The multiplayer aspect, anyway.
But hey, Black Ops 3 Zombies, modded zombies are like fucking hilarious.
I've seen a couple things about that.
Me and Chet played Wipeout Zombies, which is, you know, the obstacle course Wipeout, the TV show.
Yeah.
But zombies. It's fucking hilarious. We played Candyland Zombies, which is just...
That sounds fun.
It's not. It's very...
Oh.
It's very hard. There's Mario Zombie. There's a lot of zombies maps. I mean, like, I think one of my hard drives is mostly consumed by Call of Duty Black Ops 3 in zombies maps. So, yay. But that's a good enough place to end this video. And we talked about a lot today.
We did.
All right. Goodbye.